Hello everyone, I'd like to welcome all of our new members to the I Have a 500-Foot Throw Logged in UDisc Club. Before we get started, let's go over our founding statements, shall we? It's always wiser to throw a driver. That's right, the only time it's acceptable to throw a putter is if you let everyone on the tee box know you're throwing it. UDisc distance is never wrong. Hold up everyone, looks like we have a new member arriving. Sir, would you let us know, are you a self-certified crush boy? Yeah, I'm pretty confident I'm in the wrong place to try to learn how to get more distance. What is up YouTube fam, Robbie C here with day 8 of Vlogmas, and I have a confession to make. I want to be able to throw really far. I don't think that it's a bad thing to request wanting to be able to throw far. I don't think it's a bad thing to have a desire to be able to throw far. Often most of the pushback that I give to people about throwing far is when that is the only thing that they seem to seek. That's why the level up series we find ourselves in isn't just distance, 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 and distance, but rather it focuses on 5 different areas, and distance is one of them. Trying to be competitive in the open division, I know that this is definitely going to be a part of my game that needs addressing. So I had Mike break down my form and let me know what I needed to start working on. And one of the coolest parts is that the Birdie fam got a live view to this coaching session. That's right, every Tuesday night for the month of December and January, Mike is doing a live coaching session with me over for the Birdie fam. So today is day 1 of distance boot camp. We're gonna show you Mike breaking down my form from a side view and then go to the field for a tiny bit of time and try to work on it.
Okay, Robbie, in this session, in this video, I want to start bringing the left side engagement into play in your form. As we spoke about, we're going to start using the November 4th videos. That's going to be our baseline. That's our jumping off point. We're going to refer everything back to this. A concept I want you to keep in mind as we're moving through this is that the throw is not as rotational as many people think. You do rotate, but there is a lot more compression in the shot than is realized, and that is where the left side engagement comes into play. It's compressing against the front right brace. The left side engagement also picks up the slack in the arm. Right here, where your arm is, that is where the position should be. That little bend that's left in the arm, when the left side comes through, will pick that slack up. Okay, as you move through your shot, as you can see, once you start pulling through, and you are pulling through here, the left side is being drug around by the front side pulling through. So it's really acting as a boat anchor. It serves no purpose in generating energy going forward. If we think about how the body is distributing its energy, right now it's going to be all up in here, in the arm, all that front right side, and very little is being left to the left side, because look how you are pulling through right there. Now let's look at Paul McBeth, who in my opinion does this probably one of the best of anyone.
I want to take a quick moment from talking about pro distance to talk about today's video sponsor, Maria Oliva. Maria is an actual touring pro who is out there crushing it. She has a fantastic YouTube channel that you're going to want to check out, and she has some really sweet merch available for purchase. You can find all of her links in the description below, and I want to say thanks for coming by and supporting this video. And y'all, it would mean the world to me if you would help me in returning the favor by going out and supporting her touring efforts.
Let's pick him up at the cross step. As he moves out, he is halfway through the last step. Look how much arm bend he still has. As we continue out to the plant, look what he's doing with the left side and the left arm. Now, I'm not going to go into detail because there's many different versions of this. This particular one is what I call the Superman position. He still has a little bit of slack left into the arm. Watch the left arm drive down with the left shoulder and the hip and the knee as this right foot lands. Now watch as the left foot starts to land and it hasn't touched the ground yet. This left side is going to drive it into the ground. And he just landed. Opposite of you, all the energy is being distributed by the body into the bigger portions, the bigger muscles, and very little is being allocated to the right arm. And it's really there just to kind of hold it in its position. Also, look at the brace, right? This whole right side is bracing the compression being driven by the left side. Look what's ahead of the disc: the knee, the hip, the shoulder, and his weight is completely off the back foot. And here's the Newton's cradle concept. Everything is ahead, it's compressed, and now it comes through and is ejected out to the front. And watch what else he does with his left arm. As he starts driving into this brace, watch his left arm punch kind of towards the ground and hold the position of the brace. That is just an absolute amazing position. And think of the force and the power that is being generated right with this lag tension right here and getting pulled through. That's the overall concept. This is what we're going to be working on in the future.
So when I went to the field to work on these tips that Mike had given me, I realized first off, I was moving way too fast at first to actually try to implement these changes, so I had to slow things down pretty drastically. But even when I did that, I noticed that lots of time I was still pulling unless I actively focused on starting with my left side. But the biggest light bulb moment of the day for me was realizing that trying to throw powerfully with my right arm was a starting motion, that there was a pull that I had been told was a part of the disc golf throw. And then when I added that on top of starting to engage with my left side, both of these are mechanics designed to begin your throw, and it's incredibly difficult to align them at the same time. So when I learned that I should use my left side as the starter, not pulling my disc through with the right arm, I started seeing some tremendous results right off the bat. So let me know, were you using your offside to really engage and create that tension? Is this something that you believe would help your game and that you haven't been doing in your throw? Would love to see how all of us can gain a little bit of distance together. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you have an incredible rest of the day. We'll see you tomorrow for our next episode of Vlogmas. But for now, I'm going to leave you with the birdie.